No position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. We've arrived along Orange Blossom Trail at Camping World Stadium here in beautiful Orlando, Florida, as we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Clemson Tigers, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Tigers have been waiting and waiting, and finally the moment is coming and the opening of the season. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Wants to go up top on first down. Here's the pressure. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
We were talking to the defensive coaching staff coming into this game tonight, and they said we really feel good about our pass rush. We feel like we've got guys up front that can win one-on-one. We've got to let these guys hunt. We've got to let them eat, and they're doing it on the first play of the game, getting a sack.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He'll try to do it himself. Turning it on. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And how nice is it to have an eraser at the quarterback spot? First down, you get sacked, lose a bunch of yards. In a more difficult situation, you call a pass to try to attack the secondary, but he's got the ability to do this. Just pull it down, get all those positive yards back, and then some.
Now, guys, when you're talking about Clemson, they start the season as the #1 team in the country. You want to talk about having a bullseye on your back from day one.
Yeah, bullseye, but that also means you're really, really talented, and you're thought highly of. So this roster, it doesn't take a backseat to anybody in the country. Starting the year #1 is a great thing. That means you got talent. But how do you take this season, and how do you take step one today?
And that's the job of the coaches, I think, is to deliver the message to your team. You've got to prove it. You haven't played anybody yet. You haven't necessarily earned that #1 in front of your name. So here's your opportunity. A lot of fans watching. A lot of people excited to see just how good you really are.
This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. On the ground with the counter. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. He's got 42 yards rushing. What a way to get this season started.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll go to the ground. They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up a 3. It's 3rd and 7. One thing you can figure out from these tests early in the season, particularly a top 5 matchup like this, is where you are and just how far you have to go.
Yeah, and which is a talking point amongst your team. It's a prove-it game. Like, let's see where we stack up so we can start building throughout the rest of the season.
You're right, David. It's fun to find out this early in the year between two top 5 teams. Just who are these guys? What do they do well? What do they not do well? How mentally and physically tough are they? Because that's going to answer a lot of questions as the season goes on.
They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
Yeah, what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground. And this offense, you're halfway home. All you got to do is do the same exact thing, Palmer. Fall forward and be physical here.
And that's why they practice these goal line situations, right? It's to step up and be physical in moments like this.
They'll run it. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. They're on the board first here in the season opener.
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Running back searching for a hole. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. How about that tough, hard-nosed running? Rich legacy of that at LSU. Reminds me of Charles Alexander.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I was a part of that legacy, Reese, on the other side when Justin Vincent rushed for over 200 yards in the SEC Championship game, and that's what you see LSU. That's what I've always thought of watching them growing up. If you watch the way they run their offense, usually it starts with the physicality in the ground game.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Pulls it in, it's James. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45. The Tigers will line it up on 1st and 10. Caught over the middle, it's Yoder. They've got it inside the 30, they'll mark it at the 28, it's 1st down.
And that play takes some protection. If you're going to stick it in the belly and that wide receiver is going to run down the field that far, I need some good protection, and I need my lineman not to go downfield. Nice job by the quarterback making the right read, being patient, throwing that strike.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to throw again. Bought a little time, lets it go. Pulls it in, it's Rourke. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Tigers come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll try to run for it. And I don't think he got it. The defense stands tall on 3rd and inches.
And I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside to hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives you.
Got his man. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip-shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers. The extra point here would tie the game. precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They try to pop a run on the draw. Brings him to the open. He now has 61 yards rushing in the early going, and he is making an impact in the first game of the season.
Really nice run there. This guy's so exciting to watch when he's out in the open field. Kind of reminds me of old Clemson greats like C.J. Spiller and Travis Etienne. When they got into the second level, you just held your breath because you thought there was a chance they could break it off for a touchdown. This guy has that same dynamic playmaking ability.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. We didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it. Still in a great position. Ready to stay ahead of the chains.
Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. First play of the period will be a second down. Looking to fire. Sets up the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Throws to the wideout. It's caught downfield. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Let's take a second and talk about Clemson. Boy, did they have a big pickup in recruiting. Stud in the secondary. 5-star defensive back. Gives them a verbal. What a huge boost for this program, David.
This is enormous. Getting a guy in the back end, a 5-star guy like that, dude, it's plug and play. And those guys pan out at such a high level. They have so much speed. The measurables there. This guy should be an impact player day one.
Guys, let's chat a little bit about Clemson. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul. Oh, he's got some space. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wants to go up top. Zings it complete to the right. They'll mark him down right there, but it is a big play and they'll move the chains.
Well, it wasn't wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
Trying to punch it in. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And those are the plays you dream about. You blitz, you bring the absolute lumber. Those big hits, man, those can set the tone. And that makes a decision for this offensive player. Do I really want to go near that guy again?
They stop him in his tracks, tried to sneak that fullback loose, and nothing doing.
And the offense, they're just trying to be physical. They're trying to run this ball in down close to the goal line. The defense, though, they are having none of it.
This offense has been stuck with the negative integers, -1, -1 on the last two. Now it's 3rd and goal. Finds his big tight end. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Catch in the middle, it's James. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. It's complete to the right. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. The give to the running back from the shotgun.
Hey, winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
And the Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll send the back in motion. Going to swing it on 2nd down. He's got him in the flat. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
The Tigers are facing 3rd and inches. Got it, looking for the 1st down. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. David, that is a great security blanket for a quarterback to have a tight end to make those conversions.
Dang right. Find the big fella on 3rd and short. Dependable, clutch, nice hands, 1st down.
The Tigers back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Nice job by this defense here. They didn't do a good enough job on the last drive, but, man, we've got to get to the quarterback, affect him, get him in predictable situations like you did right here now on 3rd and long.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanking the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Rushes on him. Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm. Finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down. He tried to get it on his own. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Picked off. What a play to set him up. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
The running back has it. There he goes. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. They're going to go right back to him on first down. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And they'll push that lead out a little further. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. Clemson will kick this deep to get the second half underway. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
And now on second down for this offense. Quickly to the tight end. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get into the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to keep it in the air. Showing the arm strength down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And this offense continues to struggle to get this guy the football. He's one of their best players. Coming into this game, they knew he was a big key, but they just haven't been able to link up. They try another shot down the field to no avail. That's a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard.
Catch in the middle. It's Carter. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Makes the grab. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Pressure coming. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
That is just great total defense on that play. First off, you get pressure, you get to hit the quarterback, but two, you've got the intended target double covered. There was no way the offense was coming up with a completion on that play.
And the Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Snagged in the middle. It's Roy. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch.
Turning it on! Nice run there, picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
They'll go up top on 2nd and short. Flips it out in the flat. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
First and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. He wants it all. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Quick strike through the air for the score. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Because down here he does a lot of blocking. You play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? Peek in the backfield, and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost a piece.
Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
He'll try it again. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10. He now has 106 yards on the ground, and that will put him over 100, and what a way to start the season. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Handoff to the single running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Bringing the heat. Takes a hit as he fires. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. This guy has the look of the next big play receiver at Clemson in the vein of T. Higgins or Mike Williams.
Or DeAndre Hopkins or Sammy Watkins. I mean, the list is pretty lengthy of guys that are big, explosive, fast, and they can really win on the outside. And Clemson, as much as anybody, they're going to catch the ball, spit it to those guys, let them go make play.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got some room to run.
And you will always remember your first. And how about that? Breaking on the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays for this guy.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Grabbed in the middle, it's Rourke. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down.
Well, Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Looking to throw on first down. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to go up top. With the catch, it's Carter. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this third and short. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're fourth and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
LSU trying to convert a fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Oh, they're after him. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. Couldn't do it on that last play.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Pulls it in on the left. Off and running. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Clemson.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Horn. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. One final play before the end of the quarter. To the air on first down. Showing the arm strength to the left. Play, it's intercepted. He'll try to take it back. A big turnover here for the defense to end the quarter. We've reached the break. Clemson has the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Complete. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. And if they can find the end zone here, that might be all she wrote. First and goal. Moving toward the end zone. Ball out! Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
And this is one of those where you go, oof. You start to breathe a little deeper on the sidelines. You felt really, really comfortable. The big lead to +2 possessions in the fourth quarter, but now you gave the ball back. You put yourself in a position where you're going to have to earn it a little bit more now.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. LSU right back to the line. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. The Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He wants to change this route. Under fire. Finds us back in the middle. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
On the run, still looking. He's going to take off. Just couldn't find a hole in this defense. They were ready for him and forced him out of bounds, and no gain on the play.
And absolutely nothing doing there on the quarterback run. Defense takes all the gaps away. They use their speed to force him to the sidelines. He didn't even gain any yards, guys, before going out of bounds.
So now it's second and long. Trying play action. Here comes the heat. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Fires to the wideout. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. This time, they need to take care of the ball and maybe extend this lead, David.
And I think you got to look at the positive, Reese. You still got the lead. Now take care of the football. Put a nice drive together, Jesse. You don't have to stress. We're still winning.
I feel like they think that player for player, they're the better unit on the field right now. They just got to make more plays.
The give to the back. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball's at the 17.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Pocket breaking down. And down goes the quarterback, but there are penalty flags on the field. Let's see what the call is. Just a little too much there, a little too handsy, and they nabbed them for the defensive holding penalty. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Leaves it with the back. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Running behind that left side. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. Timeout call by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And this one is perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Miami had a dominant win, the kind the folks in South Florida were used to in 2001 when Ken Dorsey, Clinton Portis, and Jeremy Shockey led the Canes to a national title. Talk about a special team. Always interesting to see ranked teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
And it's his 4th interception of the night. Looking for more room. And a sensational return, and they finally stop him inside the 15.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
The throw to the outside is complete. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Got him! He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
Try to march their way in. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
And this is where the offense just breathes. Just take your time, huddle up. I'm in absolutely no hurry. I got the lead. I want to continue to run that clock. No false starts, no penalties. Let that clock tick down and then punch it in the end zone to add to this lead.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
Trying to get it done with the run here on 3rd and goal. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Clemson. These guys looking to put the finishing touches on this game with that score.
Yeah, I think you feel confident that ends it, right? Late in the game, it would take a miracle for the defense to get back in it. That miracle is no longer coming now.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. How about this? These guys are going for 2. They'll go to the air. And they almost came up with that pick in the end zone. What a stop that would have been. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And here he comes out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Fires to the tight end. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Wants to throw on first down. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
Going to try to get it himself. He gets it past the 25-yard line and finally knocked out of bounds at the 27.
I'll tell you what, man, this guy bails out his offensive line a lot. We've seen it over and over. Protection isn't always perfect, but he's just got the ability to scramble and just to create.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a fourth down stop.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you even try to get young guys in the game at this point. But now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points in the scoreboard.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Using his legs, it's Griffin. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
It's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run. But now with less than a minute to go, you got to use your timeout. You got to try and conserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.